Happy Friday, y'all.
No, keep going. It's fine.
Happy Friday, y'all. Welcome back to SLB Basement Bourbon Bar, to another blind that we have out here in front of you today. It wasn't enough that my wife, Rebecca, got the blind together. No. She pulled forces together with your sister, Raquel, to come up with whatever we have in front of us. So I can only imagine with the two of them working together on this,
We're screwed.
what this is going to be.
Well, in all honesty, I was going to use the Only Drams app, and we would have, but again, we're still in the middle of all of this remodel, and it's telling us what, it's really cool. It's telling us, you know, it automatically picked the blind for us, like a quick pick. But the bottles are not in the same order that they were before, and so I have no idea. It would have taken me 3 hours to pick the 4 bottles on there. So once we get this together, I will be using the Only Drams app to do that because it was a pretty cool thing.
We're right there. We're real close to get it done.
We are close.
There's only like
right
100 bottles on the floor still.
Yeah.
They'll be on the shelf
Yeah,
soon.
and that's not bad, really.
No.
That's not bad. Where we started.
There's a lot of different colors here.
There is. It smells good back here. I will grant you that as well.
What was the theme?
Well, I told your sister, I said, Trenton's gonna, the first thing he's going to say is, oh, those colors.
Mainly
Oh,
this
the
one,
first
because
thing you're gonna say.
this one looks
Light.
light.
Yeah, which would, you know, possibly tell you a scotch of some sort since they age in a used
I think my brain just turned
barrel,
off there for a
bourbon
second.
barrel
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
But you never know. Oh, I knew that was coming. He's going to smell it.
Yeah, it smells pretty good.
We start on this side. This is it.
Yeah, I know. I got excited. I got
I
excited.
know you did.
Starting with
Got to
that.
hold you back, buddy. We got to hold you back. Well, let's see what they came up with.
So, was there like a specific area, or you just went YOLO and picked from anything? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The nose on this gives me birthday bourbon vibes.
You went all in. Wait, are you talking like the actual birthday bourbon, or are you talking like birthday cake?
Nope, birthday bourbon vibes.
That's very specific.
I know.
You've
you know
never
me.
done that. Are you okay?
I'm
You
not
okay?
okay. I'm definitely not okay. It has been a long couple weeks. And Rebecca knows it. It's been from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. for the last at least week and a half.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. It is a little bit banana nut bready, which sounds really
Yeah, I'm
good.
just
I could
saying,
go for some banana
really
bread.
smells
Don't
good.
never put butter on the banana bread, but that
What
sounds
about chocolate chip?
no.
No chocolate.
You can't adulterate the banana bread like that.
Nuts?
Just
Nuts in it?
just banana bread, no
Okay.
nuts.
Oh,
No
okay.
no nuts.
Kayla likes the frosting on
Yes.
top. Raquel likes the chocolate chips in it.
What are you talking about? Frosting? No frosting, no
The
nuts,
frosting
no
your mom
chocolate
makes.
chips.
The frosting your mom
We've done
makes.
this before on another show.
Just plain banana bread. It smells
Actually,
really
I
nice.
do have some bananas that I need to use.
I'll pay you $20 for a loaf. Just don't put any of the nasty stuff in it.
Agree.
The nose is a lot nicer than the palate.
Well, that's not very nice.
Did I say that right? The nose is the nose is better than the palate, I think.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I was super excited when I was smelling the aromas. It's first sip of the day, though. We give it a chance.
It's a nice proof. Honestly, if the first time you guess something you're right, like you go out on a limb to guess what a bottle is, I'll be very impressed. Because honestly, a lot of the things that you're saying about the proof, and I don't know if by birthday bourbon you meant the banana nut bread or whatever, but or banana bread, that's kind of what I got.
Yeah.
It's kind of hitting all the aspects of what that was. I don't know which year though.
I find this to be somewhat rich. I find there to be quite a bit of toffee in there. I do find it a bit oaky, though, which kind of tells me it's a little bit more of an aged bourbon.
I don't know though. I've had these weird bourbons before where it tastes like it's aged, but it's really just younger. And it's like some weird play on the oak. I don't know.
I get it, because right there in that back end's where you're coming from with that, and I get it. I know exactly where it's coming from, because there's a tiny bit way on that back end, down by that punching bag, there's some astringency there. And that's where you're coming from. That it doesn't seem like the oak can to have age. It's not quite as together as it should be.
I understand. I think overall this pour is pretty mid.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd say that.
I think it's fine, but like nothing's really standing out to me except the sweetness on the nose. Dude, if the nose transferred to the palate, this would be an easy 4 out of 5.
And I'm not going to argue tooth and nail. I wouldn't say it's mid, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. On to B.
Yep.
Ooh, this is nice smelling.
Is it?
I think so. It's got some floral notes to it.
Yeah.
Like before I even, like as soon as I was picking it up and I got like right here, it just like, I got some like lavender, like a Saint Germain type of a thing. It's kind of like a field of dandelions.
Yeah, but I don't know how much I'm a fan of floral type notes in whiskey per se. Now, if I was pouring just a little bit of a gin to try to figure it out, see what it is, I got a brand new bottle, never had it before, getting some floral notes out of it, sure, I can ride with that. But for a bourbon, I'm not sure if I really go for that too much.
Are we sure this is a bourbon?
Well, I don't know.
It could be along those lines of like one of those farm rye from Journeyman, that like experimental that had quite a bit of a floral aspect to it. That was really nice.
That's very true. So I shouldn't.
It's
my
probably
mind's at a place it shouldn't be.
It's probably a bourbon though.
That's what I thought.
Is that Booker's?
I don't know what it is, man, but it ain't for me.
I'm not digging it.
It's not for daddy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's not for me.
No, this is like screaming Booker's to me. It's because it drinks
super
hot.
nutty.
It's nutty.
Super nutty. Drinks hot, and it just has that rough sawn oak note to it for me.
Yeah, like this is like being like working in a sawmill, and you just all those shavings just
but that
get into your mouth.
That just hammers down Booker's. I mean, it just, I don't know. Could be wrong. It's just not for me though.
So you guessed birthday bourbon.
I don't know if I guessed birthday bourbon.
You basically did.
Well, I know, but I'm right.
On A. Well, yeah, I know.
Wrong.
I'm guessing, okay, because here's the thing too. If Mom picked B, she picked B for Booker's because she loves the theme. She probably did. She probably did. I'm just
so
saying.
Then A, let's see, A for birthday bourbon. I don't know, dude.
I don't know. Are these all B's? Maybe they did all B's.
Now,
Booker's?
Now you're onto something. We should guess the rest of them in
We
B's.
should. We should. Watch us actually be right for the first time ever.
Not a big fan of B.
Dude. That's nice. That's butterscotchy.
Yeah, it is. Butterscotchy and brown sugar and caramel. I mean, a lot of sweetness on the aromas. That's Bexley if you hear her up there.
Got some kids fighting upstairs.
She's hollering about something. She's the diva of the family.
So here's the thing. This is giving me Glenn's Creek vibes.
Oh. That's a good call.
It is.
Because it is kind of maple syrupy too, which you get in a lot of Glenn's Creek stuff.
Yep.
That's a good call.
I'm trying to remember because it has this like dusty...
Yeah.
This dusty funkiness to it. Like an ultra... I don't know if you can age butterscotch, but if you aged butterscotch and let it like ferment a little bit and it got a little funky.
Mm-hmm. Funky butterscotch.
Yeah.
I love that note, honestly. So not the super sweet butterscotch that you would normally assimilate to what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
There's just like a funky type.
It reminds me of a rum funk, but with butter, a lot of butterscotch in it.
Yep, it's perfect, actually.
Oh, no, that's not Glenn's Creek. That's a scotch. I don't know that that's a scotch. That's a single malt, though.
It's a malty guess.
What starts with B?
We have the new shelf of scotch is right behind us, and Trenton is scouring it right now.
Ball Blair. That's about it. Is that
Ball Blair?
alphabetical?
Yeah, no, it's not alphabetical. I'm not going that far with it,
It
bro.
wouldn't surprise me if you did.
Oh my goodness.
No, dude, this is Buna. Dude, but how do you say it? Bunahaven?
Bunahaven?
Bunahaven. This is Bunahaven, 100%. It is. Has to be. That's the 12. I'm looking right at it. It's singing.
And you know, if your mom picked it, she'd put it back on the shelf.
She would.
Yeah.
And I noticed that it's 0.1 centimeters off from where it was originally.
Seriously.
She's getting mad because, like, we've been right up to this point.
I doubt it.
I haven't had a ton of Bunahaven. And I'm just saying that's what it is. I'm that confident. I'm probably wrong.
It's definitely a single malt scotch in my opinion. I'm
But it's
hoping
nice.
it is because it really seems that way. I think it's pretty good. It's not some of the best scotch that I've ever had, but I think it's pretty good, pretty solid. I'm hoping this would be a pour that would be more of a budget type, efficient priced single malt scotch. Now, when you say that does, it's not like
different
a
than
30,
bourbon.
yeah, it's not $30-$40 bottle. It'd be like $60 to $70 bottle.
My guess for this was going to be right around $60.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has a nice fruity.
It does.
I
It
don't know if
does.
you'd call it jammy, but like I'm getting some berry notes in there for
Yeah,
sure.
I wouldn't call it jammy.
Grapey?
A little bit of berry note in there is good. I think that butterscotch follows through a little bit, but it's a little proofy. But Bunahaven does have cast drinks, and I have 2 of them, so I'm not sure.
We're on the right track here, folks. On to D, which is the lightest one. I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
This is my highest score.
Wow,
Yep.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. I am too. I'm
Honestly.
gonna have to go back to one of these
Okay,
that's in the running, but as of
All right.
right now,
Okay.
this single malt is in first place.
wow. All right. Oh, honey. This is
What?
yeah, well, for sure, dude, for sure. Now this is a little floral as well, though. It's got some honey.
This smells like tortilla chips. Like fresh hacienda tortilla chips. I'm dead serious. Dude, I could. It's like the whatever oil I think that they fry the tortilla chips in,
Right. Just
and it's a little fishy.
okay. Well, I can't. Unfortunately,
Smell this.
I can.
No,
Sounds horrible.
Unfortunately, I can see where the kid. No, I'm not really getting a tortilla chip. I'll be honest with you. That I'm not on that bandwagon. But I can honestly see that little tiny bit of fishy. It's not aquavit stuff.
It's weird though. It's not like a whiskey that I've ever had.
Yeah, wild. Well, it's more light. It's more honey. It's more floral. It's not rich. It's not toffee. It's not butterscotch.
I'm glad you get those nice notes because mine don't sound all that appealing. Fish and tortilla chips, folks. I'm not making it up.
He's riding that all the way up the hill.
Palate's actually a lot nicer. It's
That seems like a young single malt scotch.
But does it start with a B?
It's tough.
I get a little bit of like this like milk chocolatiness in it. Almost, or it's like reminding me of a brownie for some reason. I don't know if because I'm thinking of bees, but I do get this almost cacao-ish type of a profile to it, which is weird after I said it smelled like fish.
It's a little cocoa, but it's a little stringent. To me, it's like that. Babe, what was the little kid show with the train that could or whatever something that?
Thomas?
Yeah, isn't that the one that was the?
Thomas the Tank Engine?
No, just whatever the one that could whatever the one.
The
Yeah,
little engine that could?
yeah, something like that. I'm putting myself out there in not a good way right now. But seems like a single malt that has a lot going for it. As you said, I do get that light chocolate note. There's a little bit of honey, maybe some little floor, but it has the bones to be a pretty good whiskey. But right now, it seems to be a bit young. I don't know if I'll be incorrect about that, but that's what it seems to me.
Do you have anything that starts with a B?
Would you quit looking around? I hate when you guys do that.
I'm not, honey. He is. All right, buddy.
Could this be Japanese?
Don't look over there. Don't do it.
I'm gonna get in trouble. I can't look over there. I don't know, dude. I'll stick with it though, as far as the single malt. It seems malty, so it seems like a malted. It could be a blend too, blended malt, whatever. Blended whiskey. But
going back, it really reminds me of if you got a nice Popeyes biscuit and put some honey on it. I love Popeyes biscuits. I'll just order 6 of them from DoorDash.
Yeah, I could see your point.
Now I want some biscuits.
Is you feel like that's peated at all?
I don't think so.
Doesn't seem like it, but then
I feel like, and I'm not saying I know peated Scotch, but I'm just a little bit more sensitive to peat.
Yeah.
I don't think this is peated. If it's not, then I'm just getting used to peat, and that worries me.
Well, the only thing if you said Japanese, the only thing I can think is Hakushu, but I think it's a little peated. All right, I gotta get back on track. Trenton has got me way off the beaten path here. Way off the beaten path. What's your first out?
My first out is B.
Mine's a no-brainer B by a mile. So I'm positive of that. Now you take one sip. Yeah, I'm gonna push out D next.
Oh, that's mine.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna mark this down. I said to retaste A.
I just did. A's definitely a bourbon. C's definitely a single malt. I don't know if it's becoming more common for me to put a single malt over a bourbon.
Yeah.
But there's something about this one that's just a little bit astringent on the back end.
Okay.
And this one's a little bit more fruity throughout.
Maybe.
This is like datey, raisiny, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Like A smells heavenly on the nose.
Sure does.
If we were just ranking the nose, which I know we're not, it would be A, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
That magic gets lost for me on the palate, though.
I can see where he's coming from. This is a tough decision for me. I really like A as well, but he's correct. That raisiny note, fruit notes on C is pretty impressive as well. The proof point is up there for a single malt Scotch.
On this?
It has to be some kind of a cask strength offering of some sort. But
It smells a little
pretty
bit
nice.
higher of a proof. I don't know if you can actually smell a proof.
It's proofy for single malt Scotch, if we're even on the right track. I mean, like before, Trent, that could be something on the American single malt. I don't know, but
You could.
good, because they have quite a bit more offerings that are higher proof. So, gosh, I got to do one more sip. I'm sorry.
A is going to be my second place now. C is going to land itself into first.
I like them both. I'll just go with that too. I sincerely could flip a coin for 1 and 2.
See, that's interesting.
I can't
'cause
do a
I'm just-
tie, so
That's interesting because I'm not even close to a coin flip.
yeah, I like them both.
That's
I do.
wild.
I like them. I do like. He's right in the fact though that C had that developed palate all the way through, where A kind of fell off a little bit on the end. All right, she's got a. I just looked over Trent and she's got a mad smirk on her face.
No,
No, you do.
You did, honey. Yes, you did. You had a smirk to beat the
There's
band
no
over
reason I
there.
have a smirk.
So I don't know what's going on, but
Nothing is going on.
we're going to be soon to find out. Okay. We had, I think, Babe was a C, is in first place. I mean, fourth place. My apologies.
B is in fourth.
B was in 4.
Oh, C is in my bad. I'll just be quiet. All right.
And Trenton was correct
B.
on this.
All right.
Yeah. I gotta make sure I don't trip and fall over stuff.
Booker's.
Laying around.
It's just
Which
not
one
for
is
me.
this?
Charlie's back.
Charlie's batch. Yeah, I was.
I'm sorry. Oh, it's just Booker's just isn't for me.
I can't remember where this landed in like our favorite Bookers, or not even our favorite Bookers, of where this landed, because it's definitely Donahoe. It's definitely the Bardstown batch.
Oh, my favorites, yeah. There's a couple way back in the day too. I think it was Country Ham, Beaten Biscuits,
Yeah.
maybe, but the Donahoe especially I thought was pretty good. There's some out there that are pretty good, but most of them I'm just not a fan of much at all. That's just me.
All right.
All right, babe. What do we got next?
Third is D, which is the lightest of the bunch.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'd have never guessed this.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Well, that makes all the sense in the world now. That's an organic Irish whiskey, Waterford.
Nice bottle.
Got a glass cork.
Or was it a pain to get open?
No.
Oh, way better than the Penelope Rosé bottle to get open.
So that makes all the sense in the world that you get that organic, you get that it's a pungent, a semi-pungent barley note coming out of that. You know?
Interesting.
It makes it quite earthy, mushroomy type, even almost.
I would like
But
to
the barley note.
I usually don't do like the goals or whatever for the year, but I would like to be able to sit down and be able to more accurately identify an Irish whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little different because it's organic. I don't know how that plays into the overall profile or depth of, of a whiskey.
Yeah, it's difficult.
But this is really neat. I would have never guessed it was an Irish whiskey.
Yeah, because a lot of Irish whiskeys have malted and unmalted barley. So,
and it's like weird they do like the single, the pot still
stills,
and all that other stuff. I know that plays into a big factor in Irish
Sure.
whiskey. So I'd like to learn more about that this year. But
okay, honey, now I'm a little nervous. We're getting to the top two.
Okay.
I know we picked A.
A was second.
Mm-hmm.
Trent was on the right track on this one as well.
Yeah.
With the banana note.
Oh my. I'm surprised I rated
Statesman.
that high. The Statesman, the Old Forester Statesman. So we weren't that far off the.
we were on the same
of course,
distillery.
I come out there. I come out of the box just flailing because I said birthday bourbon. But he was right. In the sip, in the mid to the back, it got a little bit astringent stuff. So it wasn't birthday bourbon, that's for sure. But I would have to say, for me personally, this showed up pretty good today because I normally don't rank the Statesman very high. So there you have it. And I think you were on record to say not that many videos ago that Old Forester should just get rid of the Statesman.
They should. They should. Even though it beat out these two, there is a very distinctive sweet banana note on that.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the aromas were great.
They were. But it doesn't nearly match
No,
the palate.
I grant you that.
If you, I'm curious, if you like the Old Forester Statesman, please let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
I have some hot takes sometimes, so I'm always curious to see how those land.
yeah. Well, I think Phil and Julie if I'm not mistaken, Phil and Julie from the Bourbon Band, they're a little bit of a fan of the Statesman.
Interesting.
I could be wrong, but I
Question
think
before Mom reveals the first one.
Yeah.
Did you fill that shelf all the way?
What do you mean?
That fourth one on the bottom, it's missing one on the right.
Yeah, I know. No, I just
You didn't fill that?
No, I don't have any more to put in there.
Oh, okay. All right, what's
Are
What's
you wondering if this is
Ra-
the
Random
there? Is
Scotch.
that what
Yeah.
Oh, no. All right. This was C,
Yep.
Yeah.
first place.
No way.
Wow. So there I said it could be an American single malt.
Whiskey Delbach. I
Yeah.
am not familiar with this one.
This
at all.
is
I know you
Distiller's
are.
Cut.
What is that?
And I got a couple of them. This is spring of 2024. And the craziest thing, we were just talking about Phil and Julie from the Bourbon Band, and they were head over heels about this particular release, and that's why I apologize. I forgot who helped me get this. One of our peeps, one of our good folks from Arizona helped me get this because Delbach is out of Arizona. But spring 2024 Distiller's Cut.
I like this has
American single malt.
This has a little bit of a sulfury note to it that I like quite a bit. It reminds me of if Middle West did a ported pumpernickel American single malt. Because it reminds me of if you've ever been to McDonald's and you get the Sprite, it's like spicy, it's like sparkly, and it just it's like fireworks in your mouth. It reminds me of that one
Yep.
quite a bit. And
This
I
is
do like
roughly about 110 proof. It's 109 actually, 109 proof. So that's why I knew it was a little bit proofy for normal single malt Scotch. So that's the only thing that had me kind of confused. Great pour though. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Are they the ones that like primarily mesquite? They do stuff with mesquite smoked stuff
Sure.
a lot. Yeah. Is that their like whole profile, or is that
No,
just...
no, no.
Okay.
They do with and without.
Okay. Interesting.
For sure.
Because I tried that one. They could do the Sentinel Rye. That was, I don't know if I liked it or not. I think it was pretty interesting.
We'll have to go back to it
Yeah.
and see. Yeah, because they do a great job. I think that's one of my favorite American single malt distilleries at the moment.
That's really neat.
Yeah, it's on my list. That's for sure. I always keep track of what they're putting out. They do a good job.
Well, I mean, we got one right, and one like 50% right.
We're the same family.
Yeah. So.
Anyways,
Nice. Maybe we'll get all four one day.
I doubt it.
It wasn't.
I doubt it.
Unfortunately, it wasn't an all bees blind.
No, we kind of blew it there, didn't we?
Yeah.
But hey,
Yeah. But
you know I think Raquel screwed that up because it was your mom. She would have picked all bees, probably.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's all we got for you today. Have a great weekend. I know it's wintertime. I mean, it is like flipping -8 degrees this morning here.
It got up to -19.
-8.
With the wind chill, it was -19 today.
It was horrible.
Disgusting. I took the garbage cans down. It hurt.
Well, yeah, because you got quite a ways to get the
It's
garbage
like a
cans
quarter
down.
mile long driveway. It hurt to take the garbage out.
I was in and out a little bit today too. There was some work we had to get done, but man, it was not a fun day. That's for sure.
No.
But find a way to have a fantastic weekend wherever you are. Hopefully, you have better weather than we have here. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.